Well, howdy, folks. Padge, good evening, mate. How are you? Crazy Mike's Fun Channel says we need CC on a live stream. OMG, LOL. I don't think I could get CC to agree to that. Something tells me he may be a little bit reluctant. Ugbar Smash says, what a good way to wake up. What time, where in the world? Are you sleeping in, or are you in one of those mysterious places where the time is different to where I live? Troy Allen says, great music. BTW. Yes. It's
People do like that classic one.
Yeah.
It's I every time it's on in while we're waiting.
The number of people who think it's Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Pride and Joy. It's if you listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pride and Joy, it's kind of the same song. The lyrics are different. The tune is slightly different. But the number of people who've mistaken that, and that's copyright-free music from the YouTube music library.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Yeah. Where does that song actually come from?
But, yeah, from the YouTube library. It's one of the songs I can use freely on the channel and not have any copyright issues or, you know.
Yeah, it's a good song.
And it is. It's awesome. I love it. I do. Mimi, we are Creaky. Oh, I don't like the sound. There's something strangely ominous about that comment, and I can't put my finger on what it is. Drunken Triloquist. Creaky's back. We prefer his front. What do you mean I'm back? Where have I been? Or do you mean because I disappeared from the live stream I did on Friday or whatever it was? Creaky, you growing a full-on beard? Yeah, I've got a full-on beard. I've had a new style today. I've had it reworked, so I've got to get used to it now. But yeah, I am growing a beard. I haven't got any hair I can grow, see. So when I fancy a change, my my options are limited. FEP review. Good evening to you as well, and a special greeting to our resident host at Creaky Blinder and their heir apparent, Lord Callum.
Oh, what did that say?
Heir apparent. I shouldn't have pronounced the H.
Oh.
I was trying to be posh, and it backfired.
Well, hello.
The snark is at it again.
Welcome to the Blinder gang, Mush.
He's gifting memberships again. Pal, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Good evening, Mr. 42. How are you? Do you know, I had never heard of... right, so I want to talk about... I think this has really got potential to be my new favorite thing. So today, Tuesday, is I'm not recording a video. It's a sort of... I'll look for videos and I'll go through comments and, you know, it's like an admin day. And I was faffing about on YouTube looking for videos this morning, and one of Katz's videos came up. And it was the one where some American politician has tried to get a bill passed to make chemtrails illegal, which is hilarious because surely something would need to be real in the first place before they worry about whether it's legal or illegal. But anyway, and later on in the video, then he started talking about these new awesome people that I can see me almost entering into a marriage with. There's people, right? They're called cloudbusters, and they think that a bit of old copper pipe pointed in the right direction. There is a bit more to it than that. I've got notes. It's basically they point these copper pipe devices at the sky and say, "Hey, there's no clouds now." But you're not meant to notice that it's, you know, the video was filmed in the middle of August and it's just a lovely sunny day. And there's another one, right? And this is even better. I don't think this guy's a cloud buster. I don't know what he is. He's bust something, definitely, right? So he's standing there, right? And there's clouds passing overhead, and he's giving it the old Jedi all this. And all he's doing is if I go and stand out in the main road and as cars go past, that doesn't mean I'm making those cars move. It's brilliant. It is. I haven't been this excited to look into a new topic for ages. But yeah, right. So, cloudbusters. Oh no, I'm gonna have to change. No, there we are. Cloudbusters are a pseudoscientific. Let me start again. Cloudbusters are a pseudoscientific device invented by Austrian psychiatrist Wilhelm Reich. He hung in, didn't he? Born in 1897. I didn't. It doesn't matter. But he invented these machines and he claimed they could influence atmospheric conditions and produce rain by manipulating a supposed universal life energy he called orgone energy. Oh, dear me. Here's a breakdown of what cloudbusters are and the claims surrounding them. Oh, dear me. A cloudbuster typically consists of an array of parallel hollow copper tubes connected to flexible copper hoses. So they're ripping all the plumbing out from their houses to make these, I assume. The open ends of the hoses, the copper pipes, the hose end is put in water. So you need water to get rid of water. Right? Because that's what clouds are. The hoses are placed in water, which Reich believed absorbed orgone energy by aiming the pipes at the sky. Reich claimed the device could draw orgone energy out of the atmosphere, causing clouds to form and rain to fall or dissipate clouds if required. So not only could you make it sunny, you can make it rain as well. Not in the good way,
Yeah.
but you could make it rain. Claims and experiments. He conducted numerous experiments with his cloudbusters, calling the research cosmic orgone engineering. Sorry, I don't want to misrepresent this, do I? There are anecdotal accounts of him seemingly causing rain during droughts, such as for blueberry growers in Maine. Despite his claims, there is no scientific evidence that cloudbusters actually work or produce any noticeable weather changes. Orgone therapy and the concept of orgone energy are widely considered a load of old shite, surprisingly enough. And he had some legal troubles. I can't imagine why. There's now this sort of flat earth-esque, like a group of them that make videos showing you how to make one of these machines and all that kind of good stuff. But it is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant.
I'm excited by this because by that description, what they sound like to me is a bunch of weirdos putting capes on, running around the town, calling themselves superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually doing nothing.
Yeah,
but they think they're helping.
Yeah,
they think they're helping. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sure that when I have a look at this, it's going to turn out to be exactly the same as flat Earth. It's just there'll be like a central group of people who all would take it to the grave that these machines work, or devices, whatever you want to call them. And then there'll be all the little fanboys and around the edges, which would be the flat earthers to people like Eric DeBay and see, flat earthers are so unimportant to me. I couldn't even think of, how could I forget CC? But CC is
I feel like he's more the lower end. He's more of one of those outskirt followers, is he not?
Yeah, he is, to be fair, because he doesn't he doesn't monetize his content. The only thing I've ever seen him do that's even remotely close to being able to generate some sort of income for him is when he was given a referral link for Dave Weiss's app. So,
Yeah.
but apart from that, I've never seen him. So yeah, he probably would be, you know, the outer. You know, there's the
Yeah.
inner circle, and then there's everybody crowded around the outside. Then, you know, trying desperately to get into the inner circle.
Yeah, CC's got to be fanboy number one, surely. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's just
definitely.
spewing their rhetoric online for free.
Definitely. But yeah, I think these Cloudbuster people are going to be a comedy gold mine. I
I'm
think
excited.
I watched like 20 seconds of one of their videos earlier on after I watched Katz's video, and that's all I needed. Yeah, this guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Completely off his box. And the thing I saw in Kat's video as well, I'm gonna have to message him and ask him what it's called, whether the guy who was giving it the old Jedi using the Force to move the clouds away. I don't know what that would even be called. Is there like a you know, like I would technically, if I had to categorize myself, I would be a debunker.
Yeah.
But you know, when a flat earther would be a flat earther, and an automotive YouTuber, you know, that sort of thing. How would you even describe? How would you search for that on YouTube?
So they don't call themselves Cloudbusters then.
No,
So I'm
I
not gonna
don't
be able to
know.
just type in Cloudbusters
Yeah.
and
Yeah, or cloud. Yeah, you can type
Yeah.
Cloudbusters in, and there's tons on there. That's why I'm so excited.
okay.
But the guy, you know, giving it the old
Yeah.
double high five, and the clouds were just.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
see
The top one.
see how small the bar is.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
screen share that. I want to show the people watching this just how little of this video I had to watch to to demonstrate to myself that they were definitely nuts enough for me to be able to make content about.
Right. Hold on.
CC is entertaining and Creaky is covered in his videos. I bet he's painful to watch unfiltered. He's not. If anything, the videos are funnier to me before I have my, you know, my say so. Yeah, there we are. Have a look at this. There we are. What was it? 20 seconds, Cal? I think if you hover over it, it shows you. Or was it a few minutes?
No, but we could just get straight into it if you wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. Yeah, do you want to just click on that one?
Yeah,
And we'll have
that one. Yeah, we'll.
I'll try and give some like in the flesh commentary, but I think about this topic at all. But I know a nut job when I when I hear one speak.
In this video, we'll show you how to create your own Cloudbuster.
Right, stop
If
it
you're
there.
unfamiliar with what that is,
That was the first
check out
time I
our
laughed.
other video for context.
Cat, if you remember the thumb on the mouse.
Yeah, I know.
It's his voice.
Right, let me go back to the start.
Go back to the start.
Fully paying attention.
Right.
Yet.
In this video, we'll show you how to create your own Cloudbuster. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, check out our other video for context. For the creation of your own Cloudbuster, you will need 2 buckets, 6 kg
I've got 2 buckets. 6 kgs
of stainless steel shavings,
uranium now, is it, or something like that?
6 6-foot lengths of copper piping,
It's expensive.
6 copper end caps,
Don't even know
6
what they
copper
are.
pipe connectors,
The best
4
screw
medium-sized
ever.
quartz crystals and 6 small quartz crystals,
Were they expensive?
6 litres of resin, 6 2-inch Jubilee clips, 3 18-inch circular chipboards, 1 kg of beeswax.
I've already
A
decided
1.
I wouldn't do this if somebody paid me £5,000 to do it.
I'm completely lost
it's-
already.
He's explaining how to. So a Cloudbuster is I've just named these people cloudbusters myself. I don't know if that's how people refer to them.
Okay.
The machine is called a cloudbuster. You know,
Right.
like this is a microphone.
Yeah,
A cloudbuster is the device.
Yeah, I got you now.
So why is it so complicated?
Right, we carrying on.
Yeah,
And
carry on.
1-inch hole boring drill bit, a hacksaw, tape, measuring tape, a rubber mallet, and a good drill. In practicing DIY, there are 3 other things you'll need to ensure your success: discipline, care, and grunge.
You'll hear me next. Make fun of the cloudbuster, yeah? La 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 la.
Your first task is to saw off 12 inches from each of the copper
How
pipes.
would I measure that?
Take each 12-inch piece and add an end cap. Once all 12-inch pieces have
Hang
the
on a
end
sec.
caps...
Pause this a minute, Cal. This is starting to look an awful lot like a pipe bomb.
Yeah, I'm
I
can't
am
even-
actually... Yeah, we won't play any more of that video in case I've completely misunderstood what that guy was building. Yeah, it's... have any of you heard of these cloudbuster people? Is this only brand new and exciting to me, or do you know... Not do you know any of them? Do you know a cloudbuster? Am I the only one that this is like brand spanking new information? I'd never heard of them,
Oh,
and if
what?
it wasn't for cats, I still wouldn't have.
I've just found a video from 5 years ago.
Yeah,
How to make a powerful orgone cloudbuster, boost immunity, and fight 5G.
right. Let's have a look at that then.
Yeah,
that sounds right up my street.
Yeah.
Is that a man? I can't see from over there.
I think it's a woman.
Right.
We'll see now.
Okay. Right. This is very exciting. I wasn't expecting this level of enthusiasm from myself.
Alright, so I wanted to come on here and just make a really quick video to show you how to make these super strong, powerful organ cloudbusters. They're really good for upping your immunity. They're good for combating 5G and whatever else is coming, and just giving the atmosphere you're in some really good energy and clearing out the old negative energy. So I'm making 2 of these for about $90, and you can get all the supplies you need at Walmart and Dollar Tree.
Yeah, of course you can.
Get some of these Tupperware molds. To use that molds, I got those from Dollar Tree. Some of these copper sponges from Dollar Tree, I got about 10 or so. Just enough to fill up whatever mold you're using. And for real true orgonite, you need a 50-50 ratio of organic and inorganic material. Meaning 50%.
Pause it a second. I've got my first observation to make. Unless I've not been, I think I was paying attention. I was listening to what she was saying. Wasn't her? And he said recipe. Then it's not a recipe, is it? Aren't her components different to the first guy's components? In the same way as when it comes to the Earth being flat, what that looks like is highly dependent on which flat earther you speak to, because it's not real. It's not only this one alternative to Earth, which is completely ridiculous. There's 50 different versions of it, 500 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if that would be a pattern now where every video they're slightly different.
Yeah, they're all right, but none of them are the same.
Yeah.
Which really doesn't sort of, doesn't make me inclined to lean towards there could be something to this.
It's like you said, it looks like a pipe bomb.
Yeah, I know.
My thing is take that through the airport and then get back to us. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Metal and 50% resin. So the orgonite you see with just a few pieces of metal, or you know, mostly crystals and not a whole lot of metal, it's not true orgonite. It may have some energetic properties of its own, but it's not organ energy. And
Is orgonite a thing? Or is this just like kryptonite? I got to do a bit of on the fly googling. Oh,
Getting a very glamorous look into the process, yeah.
orgonite. Of course, when you type that in, all you get is loads of websites selling this nonsense. So yeah, it's not a real thing, is it?
Yeah, that tells me
It's
that's
yeah. It's basically kryptonite. Called something else.
yeah.
50-50 ratio of organic and inorganic material, meaning half metal and half resin. And of course,
Stay then.
The comment.
Oh.
Oh dear me. Right, sorry. Carry on.
so you can start off by putting some crystals at the bottom. I made these out of cardboard to stabilize these metal pipes, and you actually want to use copper because copper is the best conductor of energy. So copper pads, some copper pipes. These were about $3 to $4 each at Lowe's, and I got 6 of them. So start off by making these. Pretty self-explanatory.
This is an older video. There'll be a rush on now in that DIY shop, whatever she said. Bows.
Put some crystals at the bottom. Fill it up with your copper.
It's just
metal,
another person showing you how to build.
and
Yeah.
mix your resin.
Yeah. We need to find cloud busting in action.
We do.
That's what we need. See, that's Kat's video above.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if he'd mind if we showed.
Oh, this one's 3 months ago.
No way.
Yeah, Culture Cats.
Yeah, that can't be the one I saw this morning. Then
Self-proclaimed cloudbusters are hilarious.
I'm last to the party then.
Yeah, I mean, is that the video you watched this morning?
I don't know. Could be. A lot's happened since this morning, Carl. I got no idea. Stupid people. Everyone knows that you need what? Titanium pipes. Let's all become cloudbusters. Yeah, we should start a gang. We'd have a theme song straight away. We just steal the Ghostbusters theme, didn't you? Oh dear me.
Oh, we should have had one of those we should have made a soundbite of that for tonight.
What?
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah. Cloudbusters. He's covered them twice. Well, you could have told me, Padge, couldn't you? I'm blaming. There we are. I was looking for somebody to blame, and you just put yourself.
Whoa!
Bright light.
Why?
No.
Why?
The remote's next to you.
This?
Yeah, just touch the dial. Well, move it.
Yeah.
Oh, chuck it here. Sorry about this technique. Oh, no, you've turned the other light. Quick, my pet gremlin's going to freak out.
Crap.
Oh, that was on. I know. This isn't what you signed up for. There we are.
What the hell happened there?
It happens every so often. They Bluetooth remotes, and I'm sure like somebody next door tries to connect their bloody earbuds, and I get blinded.
Yeah. God has entered the studio.
Yeah, maybe somebody's trying to tell me something. Oh, bloody hell. I saw Cloudbusters years ago, but it was nothing like this. Bunny Cleaver. Irving the Wild. reverse the polarity of I'm lost now. And I started talking about this. I've got absolutely no idea. Ooh, now then, this is a potential change of topic. The Canadian Space Advocate. If they were a weird cloud in your neighborhood, I don't know what that means. I selected you for your name, not your comment. I'm so sorry. Because you just made me think of the star of last night's video, Mr. Mikey Smith, horizontally opposed.
Oh, what's Mikey been up to?
Oh, he's current. Yesterday's video was somebody sent it to me. Tommy, I don't know. I've forgotten. I did give credit in the video. Somebody shared it with me on Twitter, and he basically it was a 2.5 hour live stream, but this guy was an awesome subscriber, and he gave me the timestamp. So I went on to they don't even call them tweets anymore. They were X's. I got no idea. But I clicked on the link, and it opened, and I was greeted by Mikey going. And as soon as I saw that, oh yeah, I know what tonight's video is about then. And I didn't even watch any more of it. I just took a gamble based on him having a moment. At the precise moment, Tommy timestamped the video.
You'll have to show me more Mikey Smith one day, because I've never really edited anything of his. And I thought you were exaggerating a bit when you said about how red and out of his eyes look and how out of it he is doing.
He's off his bin.
It is the funniest.
Yeah, he's absolutely off his bin. So Mikey's latest thing, Cal.
Yeah.
He's currently, and this isn't, I'm going to do it. He is in the process, and the paperwork has been filed, of suing the Canadian Space Agency.
Right.
Do you want to ask me for what?
Okay, go on. For
For
what?
faking images of the globe Earth.
Oh my God. Who tried to do that with NASA?
Mikey Smith.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. So he's just going around trying to sue space agencies.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah. But I'm starting to wonder now whether or not Mikey should remain in my crosshairs.
Why?
Because I said in a video once, and I heard somebody say this, it wasn't something that I came up with. It was who was it now? I can't bloody remember now. Oh, what I was going to say. What was I talking about?
Mikey Smith.
Mikey Smith. Oh, yeah. I said in a video, sometimes these flat earthers, it feels like I'm booing at the Special Olympics.
Right, yeah.
And on more than one occasion in the comment section of yesterday's video, it was, but I get these on most videos, but never in the quantities I've received them on last night's video, saying that Mikey may or may not have some sort of learning disability. And if that's the case, well, I don't know what to do. People, I can see people saying in the side chat, he needs help. Mikey is really badly mentally ill. Go out and find me somebody who isn't. You know, and I know there's varying degrees of mental illness, but I don't know. I think
I don't know much about this Mikey Smith, but like obviously I see people in the comments saying the exact same thing about CC.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, you have to be a bit mentally unstable to believe this stuff in the first place. So I get what people are saying at a certain point. Like you said, are you booing at the Special Olympics? But I don't know.
Yeah, I like two comments here. One from Padge. I mean, technically he is, but he's an idiot. He's an idiot, but he's also a bit of a lunatic. So there is that. And to me, on a number of occasions, here's the other comment. It's not our responsibility, but we can care. This is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
This is the point I'm trying to make. You know, if it was brought to my attention that, you know, what some people in the comments have said is true, and that he's, you know, I don't buy it.
I think it.
I think he's just nuts, but good nuts.
Yeah, but you know,
Flat Earth nuts.
I guess what the question comes down to is he a danger to himself? Because if not, then like that comment said, you know, you can be aware of it, but it's not our responsibility. And,
yeah, he's got a driver's license.
Well, yeah, but you know, I don't know if that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that sort of qualifies or disqualifies him from having.
No, I know, but
whatever. But or is this just another case of me paying too much attention to the comment section?
Yeah, I think so.
And excuse me, it says more maybe about the commenters than it does about Mikey, as in have some of us just become so kind of sick to death of trying to justify why anybody, especially now, would even consider the possibility that the earth is flat. Are we now saying, yeah, but he might be, you know, he might have a mental illness? And I know it's, you know, and I hope I don't want to, I'm not really not, you know, being dismissive. I just don't buy it with him. I just think he's flat earth nuts.
Again, Mikey Smith, I don't know, but if I use CC as an example, that doesn't strike me as someone who is mentally ill in the way that it feels immoral to laugh at them. And I think mentally ill, that phrase gets thrown around a lot now. I think there's a difference between being a bit delusional, you know, your critical thinking skills lacking, all this stuff that a lot of these people clearly suffer from.
Yeah.
To me, that's different from being mentally ill.
Yeah.
I think there's, you know, something off balance clearly, because it's hard to say, isn't it? Because
exactly. This comment as well from our pal Dave.
Right, Dave.
Creaky, you need to remember that. Let me start again. I've got to read as I go, not try to read the whole sentence while I'm reading the beginning with my left eye and the end with my right eye. You need to remember that these people are trying hard to convince others to the same crap that got them in the first place. That's deception. Yeah, I agree with you, Dave. Every single person that claims to believe the earth is flat is a liar. And I will go on record as saying that. Because...
Can I counter that point?
Yeah.
Are they, or are the top, you know, like we said, there's the
top doggies.
Yeah, there's the top dogs, and then there's the fanboys. Like, is CC a liar in the same way Eric Dubé is a liar?
Yeah, because I would even take it granular and say if they say to themselves, yeah, I know I'm right, then they're lying to themselves. So to be a flat earther is, to be a liar is a prerequisite, because there's...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So, so it comes... I feel like a lot of the times it comes down to you have to ignore so many things that at a certain point it's no longer a belief.
Yeah.
It's mental gymnastics on steroids, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you put it like that. Oh, yeah.
No, that's not what made me laugh. We talked about Cloudbusters for ages. Cloudbusters! But, because that sounds like... have you seen the Robin Williams film Birdcage?
No.
You haven't?
No, I don't. What one's that?
It's a classic. It is. He plays a gay man, and he owns a drag bar in in Miami, and there's a scene where the son, because he had a son from a previous relationship and is someone's to get married. But Albert, his other dad, who portrays himself as being his mother, there's a part of where they have to try and convince everybody that he's just straight Uncle Al because the son's girlfriend's parents are like really liberal politicians. He's like the director of the Coalition for Moral Justice. I can't remember it perfectly, but there's a scene where Robin Williams is trying to teach Albert, Uncle Al, to be butch and to be a man. And he said, they say, so what about those, I don't know, redskins? And it just made me laugh because I've massively over-explained it, but that's why I laughed. Anyway, what about those Cloudbusters? I can't believe that I feel like everybody knows about Cloudbusters now except me. I'm officially starting a conspiracy theory. There is no way I can be the only person on YouTube who didn't know what Cloudbusters are. Now, that's a conspiracy theory I could get behind. I'll be the Mark Sargent of that conspiracy theory. I might even get t-shirts printed. Where my Cloudbusters at, bro?
You can't handle the truth.
I can't believe I hadn't heard of them.
I know, I've never heard of them.
How have I missed them? Oh, Troy Allen didn't know. There we are. I'll put you on the sign-up sheet for the new conspiracy squad gang. I'm in that basket too, not that I'm a YouTuber. YouTuber. Not a YouTuber. Anyway, I knew nothing about Cloudbusters. I think a Cloudbuster might be something completely different. Oh, dear me. Cloudbusters. What was that? Ben Speed, good evening, pal. I was your neck of Swansea today. I nearly said the part of Swansea you lived in, and that would have been very naughty, but I'm probably wrong anyway. Never heard of them, only bin buster fireworks. Oh, that takes me back. I was thinking about that the other day, how much of a hoodlum I was when I was a child.
Yeah, you could tell some stories on this podcast.
With the hang on a second.
All right, Dave.
I'll have to go big screen so I can read it. Dave types really small, see? Creaky, they had Cloudbusters in Antarctica. That's why we couldn't see our breath. Sorry, Dave. I didn't realize I wasn't there, see? Nobody voted for me to go. I don't think I'll ever recover and come in last. I was last.
Were you last? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
People, I can imagine the site is like going in to vote. Creaky. Nope.
Yeah.
But you haven't finished it. It doesn't matter. He's not going.
I mean, to be fair, I think if you would have been put in a room with some of those flat earthers, one of them would have hit you on sight, I think.
I know. And I wouldn't have wanted to go anyway because you've seen how big my nips get in you when it gets a bit chilly. I'd have probably blinded Jaren as a man wits it at the same time.
You were 8th, apparently, not last.
Oh, was I?
Out of 8, or?
Yeah, I was going to say, out of how many, though? Out of how many, though, Jed Bullet? Because I suspect that Callum is right, and I was 8th out of 8. I didn't get a trophy, a pen, or nothing. Or of 8.
Yeah, maybe you were 8th of 8, so that is last.
Yeah, exactly. Audio coffee. Sorry, was lurking. My hearing went off. I thought it was a Cloudbuster. Cloud bras I've ever seen.
Cloudbuster.
Yeah. Oh dear me. I hate
Your nips would have been a man-made Cloudbuster.
Ooh, super chat. Okay.
I know it wasn't a super chat. My finger slipped. It was meant to be that.
Ooh.
But yeah, you got a point. Actually, I come from a long line of men with pointy nipples.
Holy shit.
Oh, dear me. Oh, I'm glad I laughed quite.
Holy shit.
Oh, dear,
Oh, I'm
dear
warm
me.
now.
Oh, me. I can't see everything. It's blurry. Oh. Gosh, when did I become so
Oh.
posh?
Gosh Garnet. Gosh Garnet.
That was Alf Garnett's cousin, that was, wasn't
I don't know who that is.
it? Oh, dear me. Silent Dave says, interesting conversation to walk in on. How do you manage to ask that question if your name's Silent Dave? Type in. I get it now.
All right, Dave.
Oh, dear me. I still can't see the comment.
Oh.
Oh, I'm going to have one of my handy dandy Mr. Doodle tissues.
Have you seen Mr. Doodle before?
Yeah.
Like the Doodle house and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
Yeah. You know, he's autistic, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
All I know about
I'm
him,
almost sure that he's on the autism spectrum, and it started off as it was kind of not therapy, but kind of a way to manage his symptoms.
Is it?
Yeah,
because I know
and it's taken on a life of its own now, and he's a he's even done a collab with Kleenex.
he's been over to like China to work
Yeah.
with these huge. He's worked with big companies. And it's funny. I found his account on Facebook, 5+ years ago, something like
Yeah.
that. And I found out about him because Happy Hour podcast.
Yeah.
Stevie White, the co-host.
Yeah.
He was in uni with him.
Oh, was he?
I don't know if they were on the same course or whatever, but they were in Bristol Uni, I think it was, together. At the same time.
Yes, Bristol.
Is
Mr.
that where he's
Doodle is
from,
right,
is
as
it?
far as I remember.
That would make sense. And,
Yeah.
no, I just thought it was really cool because I've been following him for years, and then seeing his designs on like a Kleenex box and everything. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is. But he's got work in art galleries and everything now, so
Mhm.
he's being commissioned and everything now.
Yeah.
But it's bizarre, isn't it? What how somebody. Well, it's not bizarre, really. It's pretty inspiring if you think about how somebody's been able to take what in some cases can be, very life-limiting condition, and he's sort of manipulated and not manipulated, but he's used it to his advantage at the end of the day.
I think a lot of I guess what would be called neurodivergent people.
Yeah.
That's why some people will say it's a superpower, because if you're fortunate enough to have the type of symptom where you like auto fixate on something,
Yeah.
then some people do. They just
Yeah.
really narrow
Hyper
in,
focused.
hyper focused, and they're just
Yeah.
this is an end goal.
Yeah.
And sometimes that end goal might be build a cool
Yeah.
train set, and sometimes
Yeah.
it might be start a £1 million company.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and sometimes it can be something really
Revolutionary.
yeah. But it can also be like they've decided I needed to build this Iron Man Lego set right now, but my company's falling apart and I've got bills coming out of my ass.
Yeah,
But this building this Lego is more
Yeah.
important at this second.
yeah, that's the thing. But if you have the type of autism where you can literally just
Yeah.
hyper
'Cause
focus
I
in
said,
on
didn't I, that
something.
we were watching Love on the Spectrum, and one of the young girls in there, the type of autism she suffers from made her very sort of abrupt
Yeah,
and seem rude, even though
yeah,
she's not being rude. and one of the things she found that worked for her is singing.
Yeah. Oh, is that Abigail?
Abigail, that's it. I couldn't remember her bloody
Yeah.
name. Yeah, but it's fascinating to see. It's fascinating to see how conditions that 30 years ago would have had you probably in a psychiatric ward.
Yeah, well, you know, it's come a long way. It's one of those things where, you know, obviously generational divide, but you always get the phrase, "We didn't have autism back in my day."
Yeah,
Where did it come from? Okay, you didn't have autism, but your grandfather has got a room in his house with a cabinet with every train in it in alphabetical order.
yeah,
You just used to call those people, oh, he's a bit, he's on his own. He is. He's a bit, you know. It's been around forever. It's just only now people are starting to realize what, or if they were like severely, you know, autistic, you know, because sometimes it can be, you can be mute. Some people are non-verbal and stuff. They would just chuck you in the loony bin and be like, oh, there's a demon inside him. Let's get the priest. You know, healthcare's come a long way.
Yeah.
Autism's always been here. You just were uneducated. So
yeah, we all were, weren't we? Singing is good for Tourette syndrome sufferers. Yeah, it's Gareth Gates was a stammerer, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. But same sort of idea, you know, singing was, you know, he's still got a very mild stammer, but not, you know, not like it was when, you know, when he was young and just becoming a celebrity sort of thing. But I just find it very interesting that somebody can turn what 30 years ago would have put you in the nut house into
a skill,
a multi-million-pound business.
Yeah,
you know, his whole brand is built around the condition he has.
Yeah.
There we are. Dan Palmer is bang on the money there, mate. Oxygen still existed before it was discovered. Autism is the same. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. It's very, very interesting to me. Right.
It's, another thing as well. It's the same as you know, it's June, so it's Pride Month. It's the same with like gay people and stuff. People, no, there wasn't this many gays when I was younger. Because people didn't come out as gay.
Yeah,
because they would get ostracized and like removed from communities. Critical thinking is not you know.
I honestly couldn't give a crap if somebody is gay, straight, upside down, inside out, whatever.
I will always stand by. I will always stand by caring what another man does in his own spare time is gayer than being gay. What it like? Why do you care?
Dave, that was a poorly timed joke. I'm still recovering from people moaning about the dad jokes at the end of my videos as well. It's like they don't know me at all. Anybody who knows me will tell you that the best way to get me to not do something is to tell me I have to do that thing. I just seem to react in reverse when it comes to a request to do something. But by the same logic, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm pretty confident I'll find out a way to do it. It's I don't know. Just little old me. Yeah, do what Dave Messer says. How many likes are on this video? Not enough, I bet. 169 people watching, which is jumped up to 177 and removed my titter. Demand avoidance. Don't know what that means. Emma Wheeler loves the dad jokes. I do as well. It's just fun. That's an extremely childish attitude. What is? Not liking the dad jokes, so you know, it's really easy. If you don't like the dad jokes, which come after I've said, thank you for watching, everybody. Love you, bye. Bleep. Or sometimes it might be, screw you guys, I'm going home. depends. So if you don't want to see the dad jokes, just don't watch beyond there.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I never
Do
understand.
you know what it
people.
reminds me of? Every time something like that happens, it makes me think of Ricky Gervais. Have you seen that he's on about people being offended and people highlighting that they don't like something that they didn't have to watch?
Yeah.
He said it's like walking through a town centre, coming across a bus shelter advertising piano lessons and absolutely freaking out and smashing things up because you don't want piano lessons. Just don't have piano lessons.
Yeah.
Just don't stay till after the end and watch the dad joke if you don't like them. It's just very, very weird. Padge doesn't understand why people complain about things like that. Yeah, I know it's
like sometimes it makes me laugh because obviously these are live shows and we post clips on the second channel. But every now and again there'll be a comment of like, I've already seen this.
Yeah.
So all right, well, this is for people who didn't. So
Yeah.
do one. Why are you here then?
Yeah. Somebody asked me in one of last week's videos, either Monday or Wednesday, I can't remember which one it was, if I'd covered the same video before. And it did make me panic a little bit because I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually. But it's made me wonder if, you know, the videos I did really, really early on, the videos where those flat earthers don't even exist anymore. So if you went back to my first, say, I don't know, my first 10 flat earth videos, can I re-react to those videos?
Yeah, I think that would be quite interesting. So you've done something similar before where you went back and watched those videos.
Yeah.
But I think it would be cool to go back and redo those videos.
Basically, not debunk myself as such, but
with the knowledge you have now.
Yeah, with the knowledge I have now. So exactly like the videos you all watch now, the video will play, the CC video will play, then I will give my commentary, but it'll be old Creaky from 2018. Or maybe 2019. I can't remember when it doesn't matter. And then I will give commentary of what the flat earther said and see if I can find any holes in the commentary I give in 2018.
Oh, right.
Does that make sense?
So, yes. So correcting, novice Creaky.
Yeah. That sort of thing.
Because it might be that I see what I was trying to say there, but I wouldn't say it that way anymore. Because
exactly.
It's a bit too vague. It's it's not quite right. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, I think it would be good fun to do as well. It's
we won't call him young Creaky. He was not young even when he started the channel.
No, I wasn't. I've only been doing this 6 years. So
that's why I said novice Creaky. I was trying to be polite.
Yeah, I was 47 when I started this. Dan Palmer, what's Dan Palmer saying by you now? You should definitely not stream any games on your like Star Wars or Mario Kart. No, I know. I tried it before and I was absolutely shocking at it. I
think that makes it funnier, personally.
Yeah, but it just made me get really pissed off.
Yeah, but you're not patient with games like you used to be when you were younger.
No, not like I used to be.
You would play, when I was little and we had the PlayStation 2 in the living room, you would play that for a good few hours in the evening or whatever. You liked a good game.
Yeah.
But as you've gotten older, if you can't pick up a game and master it immediately, you just don't play it.
Exactly. It's
it's weird how your patience just disappeared for games.
Yeah. I don't know what, but I go through phases with it now. Like at the minute, I'm not playing any games on my phone. I've deleted all the games I had on my phone.
I'm playing Mad Skills Motocross 3.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, I haven't played the Mad Skills Motocross in ages.
Mad Skills?
Mad Skills? Yeah. But yeah, I'm really into that at the minute.
Is it still 2D? Like
it's side view, yeah, but it's gotten so much, there's just a lot more to it. That game's been on the App Store since, or Google Play, whatever. For I remember the first one on like one of my first iPhones.
Yeah,
so it's just really cool.
I used to play it against Scummy, but that was the Mad Skills 1, I think it was, and obviously that's what he did. So he would way better. Creaky, are you a Doctor Who fan? And if so, which Doctor do you like? What Doctor do you like the most? Do you know, funny thing is, this is how long it is since I've watched Doctor Who. I've forgotten his name now. The guy with curly, dark hair. Stuart, no, not Stu Francis. Yeah, but
I've never been a doctor.
no, Tom
Baker.
Tom Baker.
Yeah, I just saw it, but there, Canadian Space Advocate. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the last time I watched Doctor Who. So, can anyone bring me up to speed? When did Tom Baker stop being the Doctor, Cal? Can you can you do a bit of Google foo?
Yeah.
I would ask Gemini, but I think he's got the ump with me today. He's not been very helpful at all. When did he leave Doctor Who?
He left in 1981.
There we are. So the last time I watched Doctor Who was in 1981. So if anybody would like to bring me up to speed, I would be very grateful because
I've only ever watched a couple of episodes of it, and it's funny because I enjoy them every single time. But I've only ever watched, like, you know, like they did like the Rosa Parks one. They did was it Da Vinci? No, was it I don't know. The historical ones are always fun, aren't they?
yeah.
But I've only ever seen like 5 episodes of Doctor Who in my life.
Yeah, it's and you know, if I sort of see a clip from it, it always looks brilliant.
Yeah, and I always enjoy it. And yeah, every clip I've probably watched more clips of Doctor Who's of Doctor Who than episodes.
This, and I know this is very Sheldon Cooper of me, but I would have to literally watch it from episode 1, season 1.
But you couldn't really, because
No, I know. That's why I'll never watch it. See, where do I start?
Yeah, but so I'm not a Doctor Who fan, so please correct me, but I think it went away for a long time. And then I think, was it David Tennant they brought it back with, or was there one before him? I'm not 100%. So it went away for a while, and then they kind of rebooted it.
I didn't know Lewis Capaldi had played Doctor Who.
All right, Dave.
Ooh, super chat.
All right, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you, young Mr. McKeegan. If Cloudbusters works, Wales would have bought them. They probably would have. I mean, we invented the internet. So, you know, you're welcome, rest of the world. Also, the thermostat kettle, you know, the kettles that turn themselves off. Yeah, from Swansea.
Really?
Yeah, curry thin. Cat size.
By the chippy.
Cat size.
Yeah.
The ones on the road, not the ones in feline heads. We invented them as well.
Crazy that, isn't it?
I know. I feel like I may have made that last one up though, but it was definitely a British invention. But I know the thermostat
I also
kettle.
think the internet one is. I think it's
a stretch.
It's a stretch.
The guy, yeah, he was well spawned.
Yeah.
But
I'll take it.
I'm claiming it as the victory for Wales.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Wales, the internet wouldn't exist. Deal with it, rest of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not wrong there, Dave. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I do apologize for losing my composure earlier on in the video. I knew what I wanted. It'll be a surprise for you lot. I'm going to tell Callum once we end the stream, which is going to happen once I say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. See you in tomorrow's video. Love you. Bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.